Great crew of judges, by the way. As we get to the top now, Braden Rumpit from New Zealand, 23 years old. And kaboom, Rumpit putting one down, and
couldn't quite blow his trumpet on that one.
No,
Didn't quite get the
I see where you're going with that.
Hey.
Question.
Hang on, good question.
There's somebody, our 10-time King Ka'Keely Trophy winner, Gary Hunt, is not competing in all of the stops this season. The first time he hasn't competed in a Red Bull Cliff Diving World Series since he began in 2009. Again, he's won 10 times over. He's preparing for the Paris Olympics in 10-meter synchro diving. Am I correct?
Yeah.
So this guy right here, Braden Rumpit, he actually got a last-minute invite, right, to this event.
But that's a great opportunity for up-and-coming divers like we're seeing here with Braden Rumpit. And it's also really helpful for an athlete like this to have that at the first stop. So if you perform well, then you might get the chance to come to more competition. So that's the idea of the wild cards. It's definitely a way to get yourself into the sport and give yourself a chance of being a permanent series diver one day.
And there you go, Braden Rumpit, the 23-year-old from New Zealand. His second ever start on the World Series, puts one down.
He talks about his warm-up, actually. He does need a long warm-up before the competition. He needs a good hour. A very set routine.
I like just sitting here in the broadcast booth with you.
It's comfortable, Trace, yes.
Here in an uncomfortable position, potentially 27 meters, 90 feet off of Lake Vuliagmeni, is Braden Rumpit from New Zealand. He got the last-minute call to come here. The 23-year-old that made his debut at the final stop last year in New Zealand. He represents New Zealand, but lives in the USA and trains at the Fort Lauderdale diving facility. Here we go, the first man of 12. So a lot going on. Wow, check that out. That's
busy.
A great way to kick off the men's fourth round of diving. Braden Rumpit puts one in there.
Braden Rumpit with the triple quad. That was the dive that Gary did for the first time. One of the athletes had to pull out for the first stop, and he only got about 24 hours notice when he was in Florida, and they said, hey mate, pack your bags. And he's like, sure thing. Here I am, I'm off to Greece.
Let's talk about some of the things that people new to the sport are wondering. They're wondering, from these heights, Joey, why not head first?
Well, because it hurts a lot, and it still hurts when you go feet first. So at those speeds, 85 kilometers per hour, 55 miles per hour, it's just too much for the body to handle if you're going head first. I have actually seen it in the past, guys going head first, but that's more like a stunt, more like a one-off. And I've seen athletes also go head first and break their wrists. So that is just not sustainable at those speeds. The legs are the largest muscle group, so you need to land feet first. And actually, the athletes are not allowed to go head first as part of the rules for the Red Bull Cliff Diving World Series.
5 judges as a reminder. The high and the low scores are tossed out. The remaining 3 multiplied by the degree of difficulty. So Rumpit will come in with a grand total of 264.30 to set off the men's